What's up, guys? So on this video, we'll be discussing in depth about Kasol and Manali in the month of October 2025. What you should be expecting in terms of the weather, the road condition, the places that you should be visiting, and everyone's favorite question currently is Kasol and Manali accessible after the heavy floods and the cloudburst that has plagued the entire part of Himachal in the summer, in the monsoon that has gone by? So now coming to the main topic, is it possible to visit? Yes, it is indeed possible to reach Kasol in Manali. It's going to be a bit of a task because the roads are still being done, the highways are still under construction again. So usual journey from Delhi or Chandigarh, which you take anywhere between 10 to 13 hours, will now take longer. You can add a buffer of anywhere between 5 hours, depending on the roadblocks and the kind of work that you're doing out there. Now, at the same time, you need to keep in mind that the weather is going to be good because the rains are slowly fading away. It's entering into autumn. So now, at this point of time, you can expect the monsoon to be retreating. So even if it does rain, it's going to be raining in the evening for a cup, maybe maximum half an hour to maybe an hour or two. But the intensity of the rain is not going to be anywhere close to what it was, I would say, in the month of June, July, August, which is the peak of the monsoon where all the cloudbursts have happened. So it's a safe time to be going to Kasol and Manali. If you're planning on going trekking around Parvati Valley, it is a good time because the weather is clearing, climate is getting better, and at the same time, the trail is easy and accessible, much better than what it is in the monsoon months. Now, when it comes to the kind of budget that you need to have for, I would say, Manali and Kasol in the month of October. You can go on a shoestring budget, provided you're ready to rough it out in the local HRTC bus and by staying in maybe hostels or homestays. It's not going to be really costly because the tourist inflow has reduced compared to what it used to be because of the flash floods. But overall, it's a good time to be going there in terms of climate, in terms of the weather, in terms of the nature. The fact that the tourist crowd is not as much as what it used to be in years gone by means you'll have a more, I would say, a more serene way and a more in-depth experience while traveling to Kasol and Manali. If you're planning on clubbing both these trip places in your trip, then remember you need minimum, I would say, 2 nights in Manali and minimum 2 nights in Kasol. If you can do anything longer, it'll be much better. If you're planning on covering entire Parvati Valley and Manali, then you'll need minimum 1 week in Himachal to do it properly. Now, when it comes to the kind of budget that you need to have for a trip, whether you go for 4 nights, 5 days, or whether you go for 6 nights, 7 days, the budget will remain pretty much the same. You'll end up spending anywhere between, I would say, 8,000, 15,000, depending on the kind of transportation and the kind of accommodation that you are opting for when you're moving there. When it comes to the fact of what you should be carrying in terms of your clothing and your gear, remember it's going to be cold in the night, so you need a good jacket, and at the same time you need light cotton clothing which you can easily move around in. Avoid going there without a good pair of shoes because no matter where you are in the mountains in Kasol or in Manali, you'll be walking a lot, and for that you need a good pair of sturdy shoes. Along with this, make sure that you have a good pair of slippers because when you go into the bathroom, the tiles are going to be extremely, extremely cold, and that's when you can't go with your shoes in, so you will definitely need your slippers on, and they work as an insulator to prevent you from falling sick. Now, one golden rule while traveling to Himachal is to not have a bath in the morning, no matter how desperate you are. Wait for maybe I would say around anywhere between 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock is the peak time when you should be having a shower because that's when the sun is out and the weather is at its best. Remember, do not have a bath with cold water because you will end up falling sick and you'll end up hampering your entire trip to Himachal. When it comes to the weather, the temperature, you can expect the daytime temperature to be anywhere between, I would say, 18 degrees to 24 degrees. And the temperature in the night will drop to as low as maybe 10 degrees. Now, this fluctuation is entirely depends on where you are staying. If you're staying closer to the riverbank, you can expect the temperature to be a couple of degrees lower. If you're staying more in the town area that's in the Kasol town center or in New Manali, the temperature might be a couple of degrees higher because of all the crowd and the and the traffic and all the other factors. So this is the temperature that you should be prepared for when you're going to Kasol and Manali in the month of October. But remember that Kasol and Manali in October is a very, very good time to be going there because of all the things that I've listed out. If you are someone who's planning a trip to Kasol or Manali in October, November, December, you can click on the link in the description. We have plenty of trips happening to Himachal in the Q4. You can directly click on the link, go to our website, and you'll get all the details related to our trip. You can book directly from our website, or you can WhatsApp us from our website, and our sales team will help you book the trip. If you have any queries related to your own personal travel to Himachal Pradesh or maybe Kasol Manali, then do not WhatsApp us or call us. You can directly click on the consultation link, and we'll be more than happy to consult with you directly via a phone call or WhatsApp. This is a paid service. If you want free advice, then you can leave a comment in the comment section of this video. Once you leave a comment, our team will reply to you at the earliest. Now, when it comes to the final part, when you're traveling to Kasol or Manali, be very, 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 I would say, of the cops. If you're someone who's going there for the vices, that is the marijuana, the charas, the ganja, they're very, very careful because the Himachal police is at its peak, looking to trying to bust and cut the drug culture that is plagued Kulu Valley for the last decade or so. Avoid it. Go there for what the nature has to offer, the food. Avoid going there for the drugs. If you want to go there for the drugs, you're going at your own risk. Just make sure that you do not carry anything back, because if you're planning on carrying anything back, there's definitely going to be checking all the way up till Delhi, even in the train. And if you're busted, it's going to be a heavy fine, along with you'll have an FIR placed against you, and you're going to risk yourself, your job, and humiliate your family back at home. So do not get tapped into this nexus of the drug culture. Stay away from it. That's my personal advice. It's now till our next video for Himachal, basically Kulu Valley, Kasol, and Manali. You can subscribe to our channel, or you stay updated directly by coming to our channel, or whatever works best for you. But remember, again, the roads are not like what you remember. It was the friends that told you. These roads are broken roads. It's going to be muddy roads after you've crossed Chandigarh. So be prepared for a bumpy, muddy ride while reaching Himachal again. And my personal advice is avoid self-driving to Himachal in the month of October unless you are okay with your car getting damaged here and there, because the roads are not 100% yet, and they're going to take a while for it to become 100%. Stay safe, stay happy, and stay blessed till our next video.